You think you can do this to me? I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got on me.
Tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel, my boy Fast Classic, the Classic Apparel brand, my boy Matt and the We All From brand, and my boy T, Music Soar. All their information is in the description box. And follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at BoxingFirst Jeff TV. Now, the news came out yesterday that Dillian Whyte was going to be taking legal action against the WBC in regards to when he's supposed to get his title shot. Now, of course, you know, everybody dropped their videos on it immediately and made it seem like it was some huge news. And, you know, I said, I'm just going to let this breathe for 24 hours because this is something that VP of Operations for the channel, Shane, big shout out to him, and myself, we've had the finger on the pulse of this situation for over a year. On the channel, on G5 Jeff TV, I literally have a video saying that Dillian Whyte should steer away from the WBC. And this was over a year ago. I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys can hear it and see how far ahead of the game I was and how far ahead of the game VP Shane was. Just to recap, rewind, okay? Dillian Whyte had an opportunity to fight Kubrat Pulev. This would have been the IBF WBO route, okay? The winner of that fight would have been the mandatory. The problem was at that time, Kubrat Pulev's people was believed to be the ones that was going to win the purse bid. And I think with the sanctioning body, I think the person that loses the purse bid is only going to get 20% or 30% of the purse. Dillian Whyte's making pretty good money. So Dillian Whyte turned down the Kubrat Pulev fight and went the WBC route and was just calling out Deontay Wilder for the longest. I said in that video, the money may not be right, but the opportunity is perfect. Because I'm like, if you beat Kubrat Pulev, that makes you the mandatory for Joshua at that time. And it's going to be an in-house fight for Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has no choice but to make the fight. He has to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? But when you're dealing with the WBC, when you're dealing with Al Heyman, and you're dealing with Deontay Wilder at that particular time, like, you just stacking the cards against you. You know what I'm saying? You're stacking the cards against you. I explained this over a year ago. Okay? I explained this for over a year. So people are like, oh, well, you know, it's Eddie Hearn's fault why Dillian Whyte is going through this right now. Like, he need to blame his promoter. The WBC, they shady, this, that, and the third. Listen, Eddie Hearn is doing what any promoter would do in this situation. He's going to protect the cash cow. Anthony Joshua is the cash cow. Point blank, period. What Eddie Hearn should have done was fronted Dillian Whyte that money when it came down to that Kubrat Pulev fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should have did so he could become the mandatory for Joshua. But on the other end, I understand it as well from Eddie Hearn because he wanted to take Dillian Whyte, take him the WBC route. If he gets the title from Deontay Wilder, then the fight with Anthony Joshua is much bigger because it's an all unification, all UK fight, all in-house fight. So I seen Eddie Hearn's vision. You know what I'm saying? I seen Eddie Hearn's vision. But the problem is you're dealing with the WBC. You're dealing with the WBC. And bottom line is the WBC, like, they've been fucking around with Dillian Whyte for a while. They've been fucking around with Dillian Whyte for a good while. Now, he beat Oscar Rivas to become the mandatory. Okay? To become the mandatory right now. The whole situation prior to Oscar Rivas' fight, the drug tests, you know, him being on the finest juices. And it was some stuff with that, and UCAD and Dillian Whyte put out a joint statement basically saying that wasn't the case. WBC took action on Dillian Whyte pending an investigation. But that same situation happened with Tyson Fury. WBC didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So we all know how the WBC moves. So with Dillian Whyte bringing up legal action, I think this is just to put the WBC on notice, like, hey, listen, y'all not going to leave me out freezing in the cold. We know AJ and Tyson Fury signed a 2-fight deal. The people that's blaming Eddie Hearn, you cannot blame Eddie Hearn for this. He is taking care of the cash cow, who is AJ. He's making a unification fight. And on top of that, if his guy loses, he has a second fight to bounce back, similar to what he did in the Andy Ruiz fight. So this is what happens when it comes down to business. Not everybody is the cash cow. And Dillian Whyte is not the cash cow. So, of course, Eddie Hearn is going to take care of Anthony Joshua first. But it's crazy because Dillian Whyte deserves a shot at the WBC title. He deserves a shot. Like, no doubt about it. He deserves a shot. His resume is way better than people that have gotten shots already. Luis Ortiz got 2 shots, and Dillian Whyte's resume is better than Luis Ortiz's resume. Dominic Breazeale got a shot. His resume is better than Dominic Breazeale's. If Alexander Usyk wins against Derek Chisora and he gets a shot, Dillian Whyte's resume at heavyweight is better than Usyk's. And Dillian Whyte has never got a title shot. So it's just a crazy situation all the way around. I wouldn't look too much into this whole legal issue with the WBC. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury has an option to drop the WBC belt, which he probably, I mean, it's rumors that he will do it, but I doubt it. The WBC, all they're going to do is they're going to make Tyson Fury the quote-unquote franchise champion, similar to what they did with Vasyl Lomachenko when it was time for him to fight Devin Haney. They're going to make Tyson Fury the franchise champion. They could give Dillian Whyte the belt, or they could make him fight for the belt. Either way you slice it. So they could put Dillian Whyte up against Deontay Wilder for the belt, or they could just give it to Dillian Whyte. But that's going to be the solution for it. It's not going to come down to no lawyers. It's not going to come down to no court or anything like that. This is just all smoke and mirrors at the end of the day. Just behind the scenes posturing, boxing, political bullshit between Dillian Whyte, Eddie Hearn, and the WBC. Is a lot of money involved. There's a lot of belts involved. There's unification involved, and everybody want their piece of the pie. And that's just what this is. But I hope Dillian Whyte does get a title shot. I don't care what sanctioning body it is. I hope he gets a title shot. He's done enough to deserve a title shot. And for the people that don't feel that way, like, I have to question your boxing knowledge, because you sat up there and watched Luis Ortiz get 2 shots. You sat and you watched Dominic Breazeale get a shot. Like, you've watched other people get title shots, and their resume is nowhere near Dillian Whyte's. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, he didn't fight an eliminator, this, that, and the third. Man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. The person that Dominic Breazeale beat to become the mandatory was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz was handpicked by Deontay Wilder. So, bottom line is, Dillian Whyte deserves a shot. Hopefully he'll get it next year or the year after, whatever the case may be. But he has put in enough work to deserve a shot. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.